CISL 650 presents The Best of Food and Wine with Anthony Gismondi and Kasey Wilson live from the Wines of Canada stage at the 2017 Vancouver International Wine Festival. Now, here's Tony and Kasey.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Best of Food and Wine. Kasey Wilson, how are you?
Well, I'm wonderful after the 150th celebration, grazing lunch.
Yep, there was a lot of grazing.
A lot of wine, a lot of food.
Yeah.
Very good food.
Great to be back in the room. Saturday afternoon tastings are kind of new at the festival. I think it's about the second year, maybe the third year. And they're very popular. The room's absolutely packed.
It is. I think it sells out very quickly.
I've never seen so many people interested in wine as you see here. It's just crazy. And, of course, we've been broadcasting all week. We will be here this afternoon and back tonight as well for a special edition of the Best of Food and Wine. We'll be here today from 3 until 5, and tonight from 6 till about 9:30. And joining us now from the Naramata bench is Val Tait. She's the winemaker and GM at Bench 1775. Welcome back to the show, Val. How are you?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you now.
You just have to talk into the mic.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you?
Good. Really good.
Feeling swamped out there at the booth? Or?
Feeling the love. There's a lot of love in the room, and I'm very impressed because a lot of people, even though this is international, really are focusing on Canada, and they're really focusing on BC, and I keep hearing lots of supportive comments from people, so thank you.
It's great to be the theme.
Yeah, thank you, Vancouver National Wine Festival. Thank you, BC wine drinkers. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, I think it's just about the right time now. There's I've been saying that there's really a new confidence in the Okanagan.
Yes.
A sort of, we can make our own wines now, and why don't we just do that?
Yeah, actually, if I could speak to that, because I've been in the industry for a while, and it's very exciting to see, especially in the last 5 years, people embracing what is being delivered in the vineyards and making a style of wine that's reflecting what's being grown, instead of looking to emulate other areas of the world, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
Because distinctiveness comes from that.
Yeah, I mean, we cannot make Napa Cabernet, and why do we even bother? It's crazy, or Burgundy or Bordeaux or whatever.
Yeah, we can make BC.
Yeah, we can make BC, we can make Okanagan, and we see today we can make Vancouver Island.
Canada.
Yeah, Nova Scotia's got a bunch of great wines here.
Oh, very exciting what's happening with Nova Scotia. Yeah. Very exciting.
So, Bench 1775, take our readers to you. Where do we start there?
Well, we're located smack dab in the middle of Naramata Bench, which is on the eastern side of Okanagan Lake in the central part of British Columbia, and we're just north of a little town of Penticton, 30,000 people, and we're on this beautiful agricultural bench. It's a joy to visit if you're a tourist. It's got a burgeoning B&B and hospitality industry, lots of restaurants. 45 wineries in a 14-kilometer stretch, so candy if you're into wine touring.
45 now? That's unbelievable.
Yes, and everybody's doing their own unique take on Naramata Bench vineyard produce. So
except you have the single best patio, I think, in the Okanagan.
Well, thank you. I'd like to think that it's spectacular. We're lucky because we're right over top of the lake, and it's a 180-degree view, and we're really trying to up the patio game, so it's... Yeah.
And you have the single best boss, I hear.
Oh, yeah, lovely guy. Eric. Yes, Eric Leo. He's a fantastic guy. Yeah.
He lets you do what you want?
He has completely let me go unfettered, do whatever I want, and a little bit out of control. So.
You know what? Tony's the same with me.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky.
Yes,
what,
I know.
I let you do whatever you want?
Yes.
Well, you you set it up so I think that I let you to do everything.
She's very smart.
Never mind. We're not talking about us. Okay, so you can do what you want, but what are you doing? What do you have a focus, or what are you exploring that you're...
Basically, I'm exploring what is being delivered by the vineyards, and I am able to just go and play. I have a lot of vineyard blocks. 60% of our vineyards are in Naramata, 40% are in Osoyoos, and we have a total of 78 acres. So I've got a lot of small blocks to play with, and I do multiple picks from each block. And so as a result, I end up with a lot of very small volume lots of wine that later I can blend together. And even if you treat one set of fruit in two different tanks with the same yeast, you pick them at the same time, just the evolution of their flavor profile in two separate containers is amazing how much difference there can be. So it's lovely to be able to have this full palette of individual lots to play with, and sometimes I blend them, sometimes I keep them alone as a standalone varietal, so I get to play.
We don't really have a varietal anymore in the Okanagan the way that I see it, which is great, I think.
It's good and it's bad for us in the world, but it's good for us locally.
Yeah, because we have so many different grapes growing and people doing different things and expressions. You brought a couple of wines today. We're going to start with a wine. It smells to me like you brought the juice from New Zealand. It's pretty amazing, this Sauvignon.
Wow, thank you. Well, it's grown on our home block. I have almost 5 acres of it, and this has been a really beautiful block for delivery. I actually make 2 products from that block. I make a Sauvignon Blanc table wine and a Sauvignon Blanc ice wine, and I do multiple picks of this to get that expression of New Zealand that you're tasting in the glass.
Yeah.
That's the earliest pick, and then I do a late, all the way through to a late pick where it's very ripe and more French in style. And the interesting thing is that some years I do on average 4 to 5 picks. Last year I did 3. This year I did 9.
Wow.
Because the season was so long, I could just pick at my leisure. So
are you blending those?
Yes, this particular blend you're tasting is 3 different lots. The year before it was 5. This year I put all those lots together into one Sauvignon Blanc, so 9 different wine lots went into that Sauvignon Blanc.
Wow.
That's very interesting.
And you get complexity too,
yes.
which is nice because that variety sort of suffers from simplicity.
Exactly.
In so many places, and then people say, "Oh, I don't like Sauvignon Blanc," and I say, "Well, you're not really tasting the real stuff."
Well, I have to confess, I don't like Sauvignon Blanc, so I wanted to make a Sauvignon Blanc I could drink, and this is a Sauvignon Blanc I can drink.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for more delivery mid-palate and on the finish.
I think you got it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, way to go. Vintage. Important for you in the Okanagan? You're kind of in the middle. You have stuff out and in the middle. There's a big difference, right, between
really
Naramata and Osoyoos.
Huge difference. All of the cool climate varieties, including Merlot and Pinot Noir, so all the whites and Merlot and Pinot Noir are grown in Naramata, and the big reds, Syrah, Cab Franc, Cab Sauv, and Malbec are grown in Osoyoos. And I'm almost finding it's getting a little bit too hot in Osoyoos for Cab Franc and Syrah. Even though Cab Franc is the last variety I pick, it's definitely getting warmer. And I like that style that's a little bit more reserved on fruit expression. So
I'm pretty sure that's going to become the new Napa Valley down there in the south. It's going to be Cabernet country, Cabernet Sauvignon, and maybe some other big reds.
Everyone's going to be chasing cool. I'm planting some vineyards in Kelowna for Pinot Noir and some whites to just chase the cool.
Yeah, and people are heading all the way through Vernon now. It's pretty exciting.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk. By the way, this wine's widely available for what, $20 to $22 in the crazy system we have, private wine shops, or are you in grocery stores?
We're a few of our products are in grocery stores because we have a relationship with retailers, and sometimes retailers and grocery stores don't see eye to eye, and so we try to separate our wine to satisfy everyone. But it's I don't know what's going to happen with the retail field out there. That's a real can of worms, and that's another show.
Oh, it'll sort itself. I'm sure it will sort itself out at some point.
Yes, we're lucky we have supporters, though. I want to say that BC wine drinkers really support BC wine producers.
Yeah, boy, do they ever.
Yeah, and we're really thankful for that, because without them we wouldn't survive.
Yeah. And of course they can buy it at the winery or get involved. Do you have a wine club as well that they can get involved in?
We do. We have a wine club, and all of that playing that I do with all those different lots, I can make really specialized little wines that are just for wine club, and so all the crazy things I do go there into wine club.
And you do a crazy thing every year with the wine club. You have a special draw.
Yes, we do a draw. We have this very charming, cute cabin that's on the lake, and we do this draw, and a lucky winner gets to stay there for a weekend.
Wow. You have a cabin on the lake.
Cabin on the lake. You got to come check it out.
Imagine
it's so cute. It's rustic, but it has everything you need, and it's it's very Okanagan. It's like going back in time. It's like a 50s Okanagan experience.
That is so much fun.
It is. It's super cute.
And when is your bistro opening?
Oh, we're opening that. We're in the process of putting in the restaurant right now, so we're hoping to get fully operational by May. So simple food meant to pair with the wine, but just to fill out that guest experience on the patio.
Last time we talked, you were trying to get a license to put a fridge in to serve sandwiches, and that wasn't going well.
It actually all went well finally, but don't underestimate the regulatory hurdles that you have to go through. I can't believe how much I've learned about dealing with government.
You thought winemaking was tough. That's so much fun. Yes. Okay, the red wine that you brought, by the way, Val Tait, she's the winemaker and GM at Bench 1775. You've brought in an interesting red blend with 2 varieties that most people wouldn't even know about in BC.
Yes, this is a really interesting. Well, the way it happened was I was putting together the red blends, and I happened to have these 2 in the glass, Cabernet Franc and Malbec, and they couldn't be more of an odd couple together, but somehow they work. And the Cabernet Franc, by illustration, I call it a very feminine style red. It's very soft tannins, very floral, very aromatic. Malbec is brooding and deep and dark and very kind of decaying forest notes. But together they complement the light with the dark, and it's very yin-yang. It's just a surprise for me how this works. And this is our 3rd vintage of this wine now, so I'm very pleased with it.
It's quite harmonious in the glass.
Isn't that surprising?
Yeah.
You would not guess that.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else doing that in the Okanagan?
Well, I searched because I was curious I wanted to get together with other Cab Franc Malbec producers, and the only one I found was in Argentina.
Yeah.
Really?
I was going to say there's a bunch there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cab Franc's really working its way in. Well, Cab Franc's kind of that grape that everybody wants a bit of in California and in Argentina.
Yes.
And it's although Argentina is savory enough, I don't know if they need more, but it works really well in California. I like it a lot.
It's beautiful. And you were talking about, a varietal that maybe could stand out in British Columbia, and I think Cabernet Franc can really be that because the expression is such a big range.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I think it's that rush is on, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. It's my favorite varietal. I do a straight alone varietal of it as well, just because I love it so much.
So you're doing so much experimenting. Are we going to see something we don't know about? Or
well, I did a Giraldago this year, which was really interesting, and I'm quite enamored with that. I want to plant more of it.
Northern Italian variety.
Yeah, it does really well. I've got it planted in a block that's just below Painted Rock, and I actually planted it for a friend of mine, and he ended up giving me the fruit this year, so I'm very lucky to have access to it.
Wow.
Yeah, and
well, we're almost out of time, but we do want to mention the rosé because you have so much fun with it.
Oh, I love the rosé. Yeah, I love the tension. The thing about rosé is it has this beautiful tension between the very soft, approachable, bright fruit and that little bit of resin from the tannins that just firms it up and makes it something that can pair with food. I'm looking for a food type rosé. That's the expression that I
barely
like.
Any color.
Yes.
The paler the better.
Yes, it gets me very excited.
You can never be thin enough and you can never be pale enough. That's the way I think of rosé.
It's exactly it.
Yeah. Val, great to catch up with you today.
You.
By the way, the Bench 1775 2013 Cabernet Franc Malbec blend is also widely available at $25 a bottle. We'll see you in the Okanagan soon.
Yes, thank you.
And I think you'll see most of Vancouver up there this summer. Fun out on the floor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Val Tait is the winemaker and GM at Bench 1775. We're coming to you live from the floor of the Vancouver National Wine Festival. It's year 39. Canada's the theme. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Kasey Wilson.
And we'll be right back.